I'm here with Liza. Now, I have to tell you, Liza, when you were going into the house, I called Robin Cass, and I said, I like this girl. You know, everybody says this tanning salon owner, she's going to go early. I was like, I have a feeling about her. And I thought you were playing a pretty good game. So how did it all go so wrong in like a week? Because everybody called you to win, I would say, last week.
I am confident that I was so likable. I was a threat. I think I genuinely got everyone in the house to like me. And when everyone likes you, they want to align with you. So everyone aligned with me. I did not align with everyone. Mm-hmm. But when you start to share stories, I looked like I was playing everybody in the house.
I feel like it was a very conscious decision to sort of, you know, you have the girls' alliance on one side and then you have all these boys that you're stringing along. So was that a plan that you had going in?
Yes. Attempting to get every man in the house to have some sort of crush on me was definitely a plan.
Right.
That was my, in fact, only strategy.
And the same thing with the girls, or like sort of do the girl thing with them, or was that something you came up with in the house?
Girl Alliance was approached by me. I'm not really a Girl Alliance type of girl.
Right.
But Jillian was so lovely that I couldn't resist trying to be in an alliance with her.
Right. I feel like you were the only one who could sort of see through Peter, and I think you quickly realized that you wanted to use this guy rather than like take him out. So can you tell me a little bit about the relationship with Peter? Like, why not take somebody who's such a big threat out, and why align with them instead?
Yeah, I can see through most people, and I realized Peter was a diabolical genius pretty early on. Mm-hmm. And actually my personality is a lot more in tune with his, so I sort of found an evil mate in the house. So taking him out was never of interest to me. He was an ally and definitely my choice for final two.
Do you think that he sort of was anti-Tom just because he wanted Liza all to himself? Because I feel like he really sort of turned on Tom this week, whereas they were in the Quattro Alliance from the beginning. So what spurred that sort of like Peter versus Tom?
When your strategy is to get every boy in the house to like you, you fail to realize that they might want each other out because of it, or worse, you.
Right.
Yeah, Peter definitely, I think, started to get a little... Tom and I being up on the block together really pushed Tom and I together. Yeah. So when we were no longer hiding our closeness, I do think it really bothered Peter.
You know, one of my favorite parts of the whole show is something that happened on the live feeds. Because, you know, AJ is my friend, mm-hmm. and you were not an AJ fan. Like, everybody was like, who do you think hates AJ? I'm like, Liza. She's calling him furniture, like, all the time. Does it bother you that a strategy like AJ's has him still in the game, whereas, you know, some would argue that you played a better game and yet you're out? So does the floating thing get to you?
I think Tom and I have in fact left behind a house of floaters.
Right.
So I sort of feel at this point anyone who wins this game essentially won it by being a floater. You know what? At least AJ didn't sleep all day.
Topaz.
So AJ at least gets up in the morning and makes coffee and has a conversation with people. So he actually grew on me at the end. When I thought I was out the door, my last week there, I was like, shoot, like, because we're from the same hood and we're more age appropriate, and when he sort of relaxed a little with all his isms, he was great.
I feel like when Tom told you about the Quattro Alliance, I was like, all right, this is what I was waiting for, because Liza now has 2 days to tell everybody that the guys are together and to sort of like, I'm trying to think of an appropriate term, but maybe an alliance of misfits with like Suzette and Gary and AJ.
I called us the misfits originally.
Okay, yeah. So why didn't that happen? Did you just not want to sort of turn on Tom?
I did. Originally, when I started to gun really hard to campaign, I told everybody. I was like, they think they're treating me like I'm dead. They're telling me everything. Trust me. But I don't know. I also trusted Tom with some important information, and I tried my best to sort of subtly warn everybody.
Right.
But a week earlier, Suzette told us the same thing. Suzette, who was halfway out the door, said, there's a guy's alliance, and you need to watch out. No one listened to her. Mm-hmm. Now my butt's on the block, and I'm like, there's a guy's alliance. Nobody listened.
And why didn't you sort of blow that out of the water when you were leaving? You know, I feel like when you were leaving the door, get them out. But like both you and Tom left pretty classy. You know, you didn't try to blow up anyone's game before you left.
You know, when my butt's not hanging out of my thong, I think I'm a really classy lady. Mm-hmm. And, you know, forget all those losers. Let them figure it out themselves. Plus, I think I didn't blow out the Quattro Alliance for 2 strong reasons. One, because Tom told that to me in confidence, and whether I stayed or I left, it just wasn't something I was going to share. And 2, I need I needed to leave Peter with it. The last thing I was going to do was walk out that door and blow up an alliance of the only person I want to win this game.
You know, I know that you're really into the tanning and getting darker, so why didn't we see sort of a brown alliance? It was going to be a Neil, AJ, and Liza the Tanner. That's what I was hoping for.
I wish. That should have been my final three right there. Actually, it was.
I know, and Neil was raving about you here.
Like week one, if you really watch our dynamic week one, the first people I drew to, Neil, AJ, Danielle. Mm-hmm. I looked at these kids and I was like, this is it. Like, I felt them good in my heart. Doesn't work out necessarily how you plan, but shoot, should have had a brown alliance. Needed a lot of self-tanner though.
Right, and last question is, you know, I know you said you were born to do reality TV.
Yeah.
So what's next for you? Are you going to go back to your job? Or are you going to try and like do more in reality?
I think Tom and Liza should be on The Amazing Race.
Canada.
Different
networks though.
Not on this network. What, is The Bachelor on this network?
No. Okay, well, anyway, Liza, great to meet you. Thank you so much.
Thanks.